Welcome back, you lot. Today, we're skipping the fancy restaurants and diving into the wildest street foods on the planet. Forget hot dogs. Think dishes that crawl, stink, and even move on your plate. These are the foods locals love and tourists fear. Are you ready to have your idea of edible completely shattered? Hit subscribe if you're up for a culinary adventure that'll change how you see dinner forever. Let's get into it. First stop, the Philippines, home of balut, a street food legend that's as controversial as it is iconic. This isn't just an egg, it's a fertilized duck embryo, carefully boiled and eaten straight from the shell. For many, it's a delicacy that's deeply woven into Filipino culture and tradition. Locals crack the top, sip the warm, savory broth, then dig in, bones, beak, feathers, and all. It's a ritual that's both communal and personal, often shared with friends late at night. The textures are a wild ride: soft, creamy yolk, a firm, almost rubbery white, and the unmistakable crunch of tiny bones. Each bite is a mix of comfort and challenge. It's a visual and mental challenge, but the flavor is surprisingly rich, like a supercharged chicken soup with a gamey twist that lingers on your palate. For some, it's an acquired taste. For others, it's pure nostalgia. Balut isn't just food. It's a dare, a rite of passage, and a cultural statement. Eating balut is about embracing the unfamiliar and celebrating Filipino identity. In the West, we often hide from where our food comes from, preferring sanitized, uniform eggs in neat cartons. Balut makes you face the reality of food head-on. No filters, no disguises. It's about taste, texture, and the audacity to try something so real, so raw, and so honest. It's a test of open-mindedness and culinary courage. See someone eating balut in Manila? That's not just a snack. It's a badge of honor, a sign of respect for local tradition, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. Can you stare it down and take a bite? It's a moment of truth that separates the adventurous from the timid. For true foodies, this is the ultimate test. Would you try it? In the world of street food, balut is the real deal. Don't mess it up. Next, Cambodia, Skuon, aka Spiderville. The specialty? Deep-fried tarantula. These fist-sized spiders are marinated, fried in garlic, and served crispy outside, gooey inside. Born from necessity during the Khmer Rouge, it's now a beloved snack. The legs are crunchy like bizarre potato chips. The body is chewy with a mild chicken cod flavor. But the abdomen? That's where the brave meet their match. A bitter, gooey mix of organs and eggs. Eating tarantula is about more than taste. It's about conquering fear. Imagine facing a pile of glistening fried spiders at a market stall. It's not just eating a bug, it's eating a predator. Frying and eating it is pure defiance. Delicious, terrifying, and uniquely Cambodian. Would you try a spider? Let me know. Now let's talk about smell. Taiwan's stinky tofu. The name says it all. This tofu's aroma is legendary, often compared to garbage or sewage. So, why eat it, you ask? It's all about fermentation magic. Tofu soaks in a brine of fermented milk, veggies, and shrimp, transforming it into a stinky umami bomb. When fried, it's crispy on the outside, creamy on the inside, and served with a generous helping of chili sauce and pickled cabbage. The flavor? Deeply savory, surprisingly mild, and totally addictive. The smell is a test of courage, but the taste is a reward. In Taipei's bustling night markets, the stench is everywhere, but so are the crowds. Stinky tofu proves you can't judge food by its aroma. Plug your nose, take a bite, and trust the locals. It's a leap of faith and a street food legend. Would you dare to try it? Comment below with your thoughts. On to the next adventure. Ready for hardcore? Iceland's hakarl, fermented Greenland shark. Fresh, it's poisonous. So they bury it for weeks, then hang it to dry for months. The result? A cube of chewy, ammonia-rich flesh that smells like industrial cleaner. Icelanders chase it with Brennivin, their Black Death schnapps, just to survive the taste. It's not about pleasure. It's about proving you can handle it. Hakarl is a symbol of Icelandic grit and Viking history. The flavor is an assault. Fishy, pungent, and eye-watering. Would you try a bite of rotten shark? It's a dare, a tradition, and a taste you'll never forget. Only for the bold. Could you handle it? Let's keep going. Next stop, Korea. South Korea's sanakji, live octopus, still wriggling on your plate. The tentacles keep moving, suctioning to your chopsticks and your mouth. The flavor is mild and nutty, but the real challenge is texture and survival. You must chew thoroughly, or the suction cups can stick in your throat. A real choking hazard. People have died eating this dish. It's a battle you versus your food. For Koreans, it's a delicacy and a thrill, often paired with soju. Eating sanakji is an adrenaline rush, a test of mettle. Not just a meal, a conquest. Would you take on the challenge? Chew well or else. This is food that fights back. Are you brave enough? Let's see what's next. Mexico's answer to caviar? Escamoles, ant larvae. Harvested from aggressive ants, these insect pearls are rare and prized. Pan-fried with butter, garlic, and herbs, they're nutty, buttery, and pop in your mouth like couscous. Served in tortillas with guacamole, they're a delicacy dating back to the Aztecs. No shock factor in taste, just a mental hurdle. If you can get past the idea, you'll find a dish that's refined, delicious, and deeply rooted in Mexican heritage. Insect dining at its finest. Would you try ant caviar? Let's keep the adventure rolling. What's your verdict? Comment below. Next up, Sweden. Sweden's surströmming, fermented Baltic herring, aka the world's smelliest food. The fish ferments in cans that bulge with pressure, sometimes opened underwater to contain the stench. The aroma? Rotting fish, rancid butter, and vinegar so strong airlines ban it. Traditionally eaten in a sandwich with flatbread, potatoes, and onions. The taste is salty, tangy, and surprisingly complex, if you can get past the smell. It's a rite of passage, a tradition, and a test of your senses. Would you open a can? Only the brave survive. Could you handle the stink? Let's move on. What's your limit? Comment below. Next, China. China's century egg. Looks ancient, tastes legendary. Eggs are preserved in clay, ash, and salt for weeks, transforming into dark, jelly-like delicacies. The white turns amber and gelatinous. The yolk becomes creamy, gray-green, and rich. The aroma is pungent, but the flavor is deeply umami, with a velvety texture. Often served sliced with soy sauce or in congee, it's a punch of flavor and history. It's a food that challenges your eyes and nose, but rewards your palate. Would you try a century egg? Preservation at its most delicious. What do you think? Let's keep going. Next, Australia. Australia's witchetty grub, giant, juicy larvae from the outback. A staple of indigenous bush tucker, these grubs are packed with protein and tradition. Eaten raw, they're nutty and creamy. Cooked, they're crispy outside, eggy inside, like roast chicken skin meets scrambled eggs. Finding them is a skill, and eating them is a rite of passage. For indigenous Australians, it's food, medicine, and culture. For outsiders, it's a mental challenge. Would you eat a wriggling grub? It's a gift from the land, not a novelty. What's your verdict? Could you handle it? Let's finish strong. Comment below. Last stop. Durian. In the heart of Southeast Asia, there's one fruit that sparks more debate than any other. The infamous durian. Nicknamed the king of fruits, it's both revered and reviled, making it perhaps the most divisive food on earth. Its intimidating spiky shell conceals a soft, custard-like flesh inside. But what really sets durian apart is its legendary aroma. A scent so powerful and polarizing, it's actually banned from many hotels, airports, and trains across the region. Some describe the taste as sweet, creamy, and almondy, while others insist it reeks of onions, rotten eggs, or even gasoline. The reactions are as varied as the people who try it. The texture is rich, decadent, and almost buttery, melting in your mouth in a way that's completely unique among fruits. The flavor is a wild, unpredictable mix of sweet, savory, and funky, constantly surprising your taste buds with every bite. It's a flavor adventure, not just a snack. In Southeast Asia, durian is more than just a fruit. It's a cultural obsession. Fans line up for all-you-can-eat durian buffets, and you'll find durian ice cream, cakes, and candies at every night market. For some, the smell is intoxicating, almost like a perfume. For others, it's pure torture, enough to make them run the other way. The only way to truly understand durian is to try it yourself. It's a rite of passage for travelers and locals alike, an experience you'll never forget. So, would you dare to taste the king? Will you join the ranks of durian lovers? Or will you be left wondering what all the fuss is about? Whether you love it or hate it, one thing's for sure, you'll never forget your first bite of durian. That's the true spirit of street food: bold, unforgettable, and always an adventure. So, what's your verdict? Let's wrap up. There you have it, 10 of the world's wildest street foods. From wriggling octopus to stinky fruit, we've pushed every boundary. Which dish would you try? Which one scares you most? Tell me in the comments. If you loved this adventure, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Stay hungry, stay brave, and never be an idiot sandwich. Cheers!